My mother's seed, I've gotten pregnant. What goes on in some off-brand? I don't quite understand how that actually works there. Unless the mom's like a Fuda or something like that. I mean, if she's a Fuda, then how'd she give birth? She has to be, what is that, hermaphrodite? So I contain both the things out there? Man, that's a complicated family tree is all I'm gonna say, man. Choose your Crusader, Templar Knight, Gun Templar, King Thor? Is that how you actually say Arthur? Battle Nun, the Pope, and the Weeb Templar out there. I think the most powerful one here, obviously, is looking like the Pope, though. He's able to send things flying with his mental powers, dude. He's like Emperor Palpatine in that image. That's insane, dude. The most anime one there is, ironically, not the actual anime girl, but the Pope shooting thing. Decapitation is fun. Yeah, sure, I guess.
iPhone 15 has an all-new design.
iPhone market share is doing this, and Android market share is doing this. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what the numbers say. Why is it that way, though? Out of the top 10 selling phones from the last year, 7 of them, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are iPhones. So that's the news part. Out of the top 10 selling phones of 2023, 7 of them were iPhones. If I were any other tech YouTuber, this is the part where I would collect the ad revenue and send you home. But I'm an older, wiser me now, and I want to know why.
Okay, so imagine this. You're on a first date, you guys are talking, and things are going pretty well. Both of you finish your meal and go up to the counter to pay. Goddamn, the bill came out to $97.50, but it's okay. You got this. You pull out your Samsung Galaxy Fold 5 and open that baby up and move it towards the pay machine. You look back at your date. Her smile slowly disappears. She looks at your phone and now back at you with a very concerned look. You pay, say your goodbyes, and go your separate ways. And that's the last you ever hear of her.
So there was just some news this past week of the US Department of Justice suing Apple, saying that they are an illegal monopoly in the United States, the iPhone specifically. When iPhones message other iPhones, they have tons of features and typing indicators and high-res media, and those are blue bubbles. And when they message Android phones, it falls back to SMS, which is slow, low-res, unencrypted trash. That is green bubbles. And Apple just refuses to make iMessage work on Android. The Department of Justice actually literally references a video of Tim Cook on stage at a conference where he says this.
It's tough, not to make it personal, but I can't send my mom certain videos or she can't send me certain videos. And so we leave.
Buy your mom an iPhone.
All right.
And this is so poetic just because, you know, obviously he's got this smile of like, you guys all know it's true.
Okay, and for my second story of the week, you know how the European Union's Digital Markets Act is forcing companies to kind of open up their walled gardens? Well, Apple found a way to only kind of technically comply again. Apple now also allows alternative app stores on the iPhone, which is good, I guess, but not only did they make it clear that they think that these are basically a major privacy and malware risk where bad actors steal sensitive financial information, they have also made the option to use them particularly tricky. Apple would very much like you to know that they're just here protecting their users and not also conveniently their own bottom line. Anyway, to begin with, each alternative app store and also any app released through those app stores will both have to be notarized, aka checked and approved by Apple. So every app still has to go through Apple in some way or another. So surely the benefit is that the alternative app stores can at least offer lower fees, right? Well, kind of yes and no. If a developer chooses to use an alternative app store or an alternative payment processor, which is now also possible, even within Apple's own app store by the way, they will now have to pay a new 50-cent core technology fee per user once every 12 months or so, at least once they pass the 1 million install mark. And this is of course on top of the various fees that Apple or other payment processors and third-party app stores will charge. Of course, 50 cents is just more than most apps make per user per year, so this is just not a real option for most developers anyway, and it's also a really risky thing. A malicious competitor could, for example, download your app to a bunch of fake iPhones, which is something that apparently people already do, or maybe you just haven't figured out monetization as a new developer yet, and your app blows up, you get like 5 million downloads, and suddenly you have a massive bill and nothing to pay it from. Pretty crazy. So I think small developers will just not use this. Of course, Epic Games' Tim Sweeney, Spotify's Daniel Ek, Xbox, and more are all basically calling this a farce, saying that Apple isn't really giving people a good enough option and that they'll keep fighting this. And I personally kind of just want to see what an iPhone with multiple app stores would even look like. Will it be great? Terrible? Something in between? Starting to brief, we have a bunch of Apple news, starting with the fact that the Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra 2 are now officially banned from sale in the United States again due to patent disputes, and things are looking serious because Apple actually announced versions of both models without the disputed blood oxygen technology on sale again. Pretty crazy. Okay, and for my second story of the week, Apple actually got beaten in court, and yet they found the most comical, most extremely Apple way to actually not lose. Specifically, Apple didn't get to appeal their loss against Epic from back in April 2023, which means that the company will now have to let developers drop links and mention alternative purchasing payment options beyond Apple's App Store in-app payments, which take the famous 15 or 30% cut. But of course, Apple decided to just basically technically comply, but to make the alternative ridiculously, stupidly impossible to use. So in the United States, Apple will require a full-page warning text for an alternative payment. The developer will have to open a generic browser window that will force users to log into their account again inside their own app, and then the users will also have to find the items that they want to buy again, and then Apple will also still collect a 12 to 27% commission for this privilege anyway. So this is obviously designed to be basically as annoying to use as possible, and if you're wondering about those weird numbers, third-party payment providers like Stripe, for example, typically charge something around 3% for processing payments, so Apple priced their commissions so that the alternative would not be any cheaper anyway either. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, Apple also gave itself the right to audit developers' accounting to ensure compliance with their commission obligations and to charge interest and offset payments. Apple giving themselves the rights to audit other companies' finances is just the most insane thing ever, and I kind of love it. I have to respect it.
30歳まで童貞だったので、魔法を使えるようになってしまった。
Honey, is there a way to unvirginify ourselves? Okay, so our guy here has the ability to read minds by touching people because he's a virgin, but the catch-22 is the man is such a giga-virgin that he can't ever touch anyone except for O. Oh, it's that kind of show. Well, nothing says true bromance like helping your mates lose their virginity, and honestly, how can you complain? My man is really putting the top in top husband material. He's even using the forbidden Eren Yeager technique to rizz up his fellow bro. It's been a while since we've seen a show go full BL bro love, but suffice to say, this is the most homoerotic thing we're gonna see all season. I think I like men now. It's just a bunch of manly men doing manly stuff, saying completely manly things to their fellow manly bros.
Yeah, you better win your fight, because I'm coming on your ass, boy. I'm coming for that ass.
Suicide Squad has flopped. Its player count has plummeted to under 1,000 players on Steam, and this is a live service game. This isn't just one of those like single-player games where you expect a massive drop-off. This is one of those things that's supposed to live on for a long time that gets people hooked like heroin. But the only thing it got them hooked on was the idea of better games, because that shit is miserable. Quadruple A my ass. Unless all of those A's stand for different adjectives for how bad it is. Abominable, awful, abysmal, asinine. Like, it's so stupid to me how this game is out there right now in its beta, or whatever, for $70. Can you imagine that? Paying $70 for mediocrity? And doing it with a smile on your face? Because I can't. And you shouldn't accept it either. And
I'm strong. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. I'm a man. I am a man. I am a man. I am a man. I am a man.
Just to dispel the rumors, that's not me in the video. I know he's got long hair, a beard, and a white t-shirt, but there's millions of people on the planet that dress like a cartoon character like I do. Dropping the sarcasm for a moment, I'm extremely curious what fear this guy had. A fear of bald people? Like, what did he overcome here? A fear of yelling, perhaps? Has he never played Xbox Live? It's pretty much nothing but yelling. I'm sure he's yelled in his life. Like, what fear did he overcome here? And also, what power was he asserting? He was just yelling in your face because you told him to. He's following orders. He's not even asserting himself. He's being subservient to you. And he also paid thousands of dollars to be here. So he's also been financially butt-fucked by you. You have dominated this man. You've got him on a leash. This is the furthest thing from being assertive I have ever seen. So what in tarnation did he actually overcome in this exercise? Like, if he has a fucking flight phobia, like I do, he didn't do anything to conquer that. He's still gonna be afraid of planes. Like, nothing happened. The caption on the video was correct, though. You won't believe what happens at the end. The two share a passionate kiss and make love by candleside. And the new self is 10 times more pathetic and 5 times as broke, since you're thousands of dollars in the shitter for this worthless experience, this worthless 3-day camp that you've attended here. Honestly, grieving in this situation does make sense though, because you've wasted thousands of dollars now in this position, and it's all caught on video too, with this embarrassing moment. Like, this is undoubtedly something that you're going to be getting red in the face over for years to come when you reflect on it. Now that is how you do marketing right there. That's a masterclass in advertising. You're telling me if I sign up for the Unbreakable Man experience right now, I get the privilege of getting to shed tears and moan into a grown man's chest in the middle of a dirt road while he nibbles on my man bun? What? I'm ready. I'm out the door. I've got the credit card and all the wacky numbers on the back ready to give it to you. And what's that? It's only $3,500 or 3 easy payments of $1,250? I'm losing money not signing up for the Unbreakable Man experience. But check out these cool perks you get. Access to the online Brotherhood portal. Jeez, man, that sounds really familiar. It's almost like every single one of these scams offers that exact same fucking thing. That's odd. That's so odd. You get 3-month access to the exclusive online network. You don't even get it for life, by the way. You just get fucking 3 months of it. That's like an extremely expensive subscription plan there. And then you get the Unbreakable Man training system.
And of course, on-demand support from high-value men in the online brotherhood. Pay thousands of dollars and get access to a couple of YouTube videos and maybe a Zoom meeting, maybe even like a Discord group? Holy shit. Now that is bang for your buck. What an unbreakable man you'll become with all of those videos in the palm of your hands.
Use your brain, nigga. The biggest icon in the world. Bigger than Michael Jackson and Jesus combined. Money. Money.
How do you feel about Israel?
Boo! That question sucked. Nobody care about the state of the world. Yes. Money is real. It is. Yes.
No. Gaza. Hummus.
Oh, no. Hummus is too spicy. I'm white. I like shepherd's pie.
People are dying in Palestine. Free Palestine.
Well, Pfizer will keep you aliver. Get vaccinated. Shout out to the Illuminati for making us all possible. I'm out. Here lies Gerald Gilliam. A father, a brother, a cousin, a friend, a husband, an amazing man. But before we get into how great of a man Gerald was, let me tell all of you here right now that today's funeral is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Do you want a game that makes you feel alive and not dead like Gerald? Pick from 1 to 6 unique avatars with amazing abilities to send your enemies to the deepest depths of hell with Gerald. Because Gerald went to hell. That's where he's at. These enemies are tough. They won't die on you from cancer like weak-ass Gerald. If you download Raid Shadow Legends before Gerald is buried here right now, you'll get 5 skins, 2 power-ups, and 50,000 gold. Don't be like Gerald and die on this deal. Download Raid Shadow Legends and use promo code RIP. Dead ass Gerald, 1992 to 2024 for 4% off most in-game purchases. This funeral was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Meanwhile, in another section of the city, we see Itadori again with Mei Mei, Alabama's favorite groomer. Honestly, she did the best in this arc. Last but not least, Gojo. Gojo was way too confident. That's what happens when nobody can touch you for years in a fight. While I know hindsight is 2020, he should have just let everybody in that train station die. That 1/10 of a domain expansion was really cool and considerate, but if he would have just let the people go in that infinite void on that train, you know, catch a couple bodies, defeat Geto and them right then and there, it would have been like 100 people dying.
Fire Girl from Elemental? Yeah, that was my childhood crush. Alright, next up on my list, we got Mr. Clean. No comment on that one. Then we got Shadow the Hedgehog. No comment on that one either. Next up, we got the Crimson Chin from the Fairly Odd Parents. No, not the good guy version. I'm talking about his arch nemesis. I'm not saying that. The Nigga Chin! Then we got him from Powerpuff Girls. I just got one word for you with this one. Boys with heels. Those were 3 words. Right, we're nearing the end of my list, which means we're getting closer to my ultimate and #1 crush. But before I reveal that to you, I'd like to dedicate a small segment of this video to the furries that I'll take to the La La Land. That means I'd fuck them. We got Lola Bunny, Judy Hopps, Roxanne, Diego from Ice Age, that wolf from Bad Guys, Shirley from Shaun the Sheep, Gumball's mom, Gumball's dad, Gumball's sister, Isabel from Animal Crossing, Toriel, Nala from The Lion King, and Hornet from Hollow Knight. Gojo, I'll be your opponent. Who let the monkey out of the cage? This guy has like a 1-for-2 win rate. He can't stop taking L's. First he got bodied by Fuji to Shigeru, then the 3 Musketeers? I think it's time he actually starts taking this shit seriously, man. Bro, listen. If I had the Gojo's powers and the 3 special grades showed up in front of me with the same plan, I would intentionally use blue and kill all of the civilians first. Imagine the look on their faces when their literal only upper hand gets demolished. Then I'll use Infinite Void and probably anal their buttholes. I don't know. I would kill them.
Warning, most of what's going to be said in this video may come across as insulting to your favorite series, but actually that's just me giving constructive criticism. Or just me being a sarcastic dick, whichever matches your liking.
What's up guys, welcome to my channel, this is Copyright Master signing. Oh, I can already see a couple salty women stepping up in the comment section.
He said, what's up guys, I'm assuming that all of his viewers are males, girls are watching too, you know?
And here's what I have to say about that.
What do you mean I can't say that? Oh, and remember, this list was created on November 2018, otherwise known as No Nut November. And obviously I haven't caught up with the seasonal animes of 2019 because it isn't here yet. But I can hardly wait for the new season releases to get here. Not to mention that No Nut November is over, so I can finally rap. Wait, no. I swear, I meant rap. Autocorrect must have mistranslated my words. Number 10. When supernatural battles become commonplace. I guess you can tell with that paragraph-long title that its source material was a light novel. If not, then whatever. So some of you might be wondering, why is this listed amongst the top 10? Well, the answer is as simple as the loophole it snuck through. Yup, it got points through comedy. That, and I really like the characters, so with that, that's more than enough for me to place it above literally every other anime that's not on this list that I've watched so far.
Is here even though it doesn't have much plot, and it isn't really funny. But, because people punch each other. Yeah, I know I literally just broke all the rules that I established for this video. But they're my rules, damn it! Wow, that line didn't sound the way I thought it would. I sound sad, can't even follow my own rules. So I haven't seen it yet. Here's a little rundown of the series. Watch the original Naruto when he was a kid, all the way up to the end of the Chunin exam, to the part where Orochimaru decides to come out of the closet and goes after Sasuke's body. And when Sasuke decides to leave with a potential pedophile because he gave him a gift and promised him great pleasure. After the Sasuke retrieval arc is over, you can just go right on ahead and watch Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden will kick things off when he's all grown up and stuff, after a 3-year time skip, where he only managed to learn how to do his signature move 5 inches bigger. But don't worry, most people will overlook that part because a great way of saying hello after all that time will be to shove his fingers up his butt. But don't worry, they'll make you overlook that as well too, because best girl Gaara has been kidnapped by a bunch of guys planning to suck him dry. Oh gosh, this is why I love this gosh damn series so much. There's so much damn things that happening. It's such a shame that the entire franchise had to end and not have another sequel airing. Very cool, very cool.
I mean, it could have been worse, I suppose.